I'm going to be abstracting all of this and putting it in a different adapter. So we're going to create adapters right now. So we're going to create an adapter, and in this adapter now, so let me just call this first adapter JSON placeholder. So this is where the particular endpoint that we are using for this particular service, okay, will live. The particular endpoints for this particular service. So generate namespace. Shit, I think I should master the shortcut of this. This is taking so much keystrokes. Okay, so we're gonna call this JSON placeholder. Right? Sorry. Okay, so in this we're going to have let me just call this users. It will work. That means I'm taking this away right now. Import this too. Then now watch this. Okay, so let's go ahead. You will see how we will see how we're going to return this now. Okay, so we have users and we have posts. So this is going to return a response. It's going to return a response. So over here we will be able to return. So let's see. Let me still leave this variable. So over here we're going to do new JSON placeholder users, then passing the ID. Let's see if everything works. 2 failed. So what happened? Return value. Oh, sorry about that. This is not the correct namespace that should be returned. Alright, good, all passed. Now we've been able to take away the concrete implementation. Now, however, there is going to be a problem. The problem here is that if we have a different endpoint, if you want to add a new endpoint now in adapters, this should be adapters, so because you don't know how many adapters you're going to have, so just have to make changes here and here, just changes here. I don't know how many adapters we're going to have, and however the number is, I would want them to have these methods. So I'm going to create a contract. Okay, Okay, so my post service, I'm going to have another folder called contracts. I'm going to create an adapter contract like this. This is very ambiguous. Let me just do post adapter contract. So this is going to be like an interface. So we have namespace, generate namespace for this file. So we have class post. This is not a class. We're going to have this as an interface. Post adapter contract. All right. So in this, we are going to have only but two methods. Function. Oh god, what's happening? Post return response. All right, then we're going to have users. Okay, user interface. The next we're going to do is that we're going to implement this interface in our JSON placeholder. So now okay, so I'll just have to import this guy and we're good. So if I go back and run my test, okay, so there is a problem. Problem is that I didn't specify the parameter that it takes to work. Alright, it's not available, so I import this class, client response. Worked. So we have our post service now dependent on an adapter that is hard coded. This is not good. This is not good because this post service has to be separated from the concrete implementation of an adapter. So the adapter we're going to have to use, we would have to specify it when we are loading the post service. So I'm going to create a method here. So we're going to be using a term, something in software development known as composition. So I'm going to be doing something that at the point where you're calling your post service, you specify the particular adapter that you're going to use. Very exciting. So we're going to call this is PHP 8.1, so I don't need to do this. Oh god, what's up with this? What's up with this? This gets annoying. Oh shit, I will look at my editor and find out what's going on very soon. So over here we are going to do something like this. You know, usually you would have to do something like protected when you use protected post adapter contract. We call it adapter, for instance. Okay, so then in our construct we have to specify okay, you have to specify, and then you do something like this. This is in previous versions of PHP, but right now I could do something exactly like this. Okay, first let's test this first. All right. Okay, so if I do this, then I don't have to do this anymore. I just have to replace all this Okay, dependency injection actually worked here. Let me just do this. Yeah, it works. It's the same. So I just have to now do this adapter. All right, like this. So let me show you. So what this means is that in my block controller over here, when I call post service like this, I'm going to have to construct this post service with a particular adapter I intend to use. So I'm going to be using the post, the JSON placeholder, right class. Sorry, JSON placeholder. It's looking bad. Don't worry, we're going to optimize it, all things. Just follow me carefully. Mind you, if I don't do this, let me just. So let me just, if I run this service again, I'm going to get an error because I need to, the post service needs a constructor. The post service needs a construct. So that's why I have to specify the particular adapter I want to use for this method. Right? So if I'm calling the post service in my controller, I specify the particular API service that I intend to use, which might be get post, which might be JSON, or some other new endpoint or new service that is required. So I come over here and I have this. When I run this again, it works. But then something is wrong here. I don't like this. Okay, I don't like this. So now I'm going to remove this because I'm using PHP 8.1. So there's no point specifying this and then specifying it again. So I'm just going to remove all of this. So you have this. You can leave your class empty, and it still works perfect. So now the next thing we are going to do, we're going to remove this, since this post service is no longer dependent upon the implementation or the concrete implementation of a third-party API service. So if I have multiple third-party APIs, I just have to create different adapters for it and make sure that they implement the post adapter contract. Does that make sense? That's good. So now the next thing is this. If you look at this, I don't like this. This means the controller must know this particular placeholder it's using. Well, this might serve a particular use case scenario, but to me, I don't think this is necessary. I'm going to change.